All rise for Judge Hexx. Am I the asshole for wanting my boyfriend to shower before we have sex? Okay, how smelly we talking here? I'm 23 and my boyfriend is 24. We live together and he usually showers every other day. Jesus. Barely. Jesus. We typically end up having sex every single day. And he's showering every other day? Lately, I've been getting tired of giving him head when it smells like sweaty balls. I usually shower every morning and again before bed because I want to feel fresh for him, especially before our usual nighttime sex. I've always been considerate about my hygiene since we're sexually active, but I can't say the same for him. How are you having that much sex, which, kudos to you, that's great, and only showering every other day barely? Your boyfriend is gross. So after my nighttime shower, he was getting ready to initiate sex and I asked if he could shower first so things would be more fresh for me. He immediately got annoyed and said his skin dries out if he showers every day, and that lotion doesn't help. I said, okay, then we'll just have sex every other day instead. No problem. Compromise. Great. But he got even more annoyed and is now mad, saying I'm being difficult just for wanting him to shower. He still went to shower though. So now I'm wondering, does he actually have a skin issue or is that just an excuse? Maybe it's both. Personally, I've noticed he never uses lotion, and after his showers, his skin doesn't even seem dry. Honestly, I think he just struggles with hygiene because sometimes I even have to beg him to brush his teeth. I feel gross just reading this story. This is disgusting. Again, showering every other day, maybe minuscule pass. You don't necessarily have to shower every day, maybe. But if you guys are having sex every day, definitely shower in between. Like after, what the hell's wrong with you? You have to beg him to brush his teeth? This guy's disgusting. You don't deserve this kind of stuff. I don't think it's worth the daily sex, in my opinion. Hygiene is so important. And, all right, I'm gonna go shower. I feel dirty and crusty just reading this. This is disgusting. Not the app, but he sure smells like one. Ugh.